Impact do nudist beaches have on society's moral fiber? And how will the newly opened Trafalgar Nudist Beach economically benefit KwaZulu-Natal? Why are the Hibiscus Coast Municipality concerned citizens opposed to the beach? And did the municipality fully consult all stakeholders before agreeing to the nudist beach? What time is it? It's question time. Hello and welcome to the show. My name is Mpho Tsedu. The Trafalgar Nudist Beach, the first of its kind, to be opened in KwaZulu-Natal's Durban South Coast, saw thousands of naturists, holiday makers, descending on it over the Easter weekend. The beach has elicited mixed reactions, with concerned citizens of the Hibiscus Coast Municipality vehemently opposing the existence thereof. They maintain that the area had not yet officially received final approval as a nudist beach, and they have threatened to approach the public protector to halt its operations. However, the Hibiscus Coast Municipality maintains all necessary procedures were followed, and naturists from South Africa and elsewhere are more than welcome to use the facility. But how is this beach likely to impact tourism in and around the city of Durban? A reminder that you can call us and air your views on the following numbers: 011-714-6841 or 6842 or 3. 714-6841, 42 or 43. Now, joining us from our Durban studios is Ronnie Nair. He is the spokesperson for Hibiscus Coast Municipality in Durban. On the line, we have Serge Pavlovic. He's the chairperson for the South African Naturist Association, and also will be joined by Dr. Ethel Phillips from the Kara Heritage. Perhaps let me just start with you there. As the municipality, obviously, some residents are saying you have not consulted. Did you consult fully?
Hi, Mpho. Is that question directed to me?
Yes.
All right. No, definitely. Most certainly we have. We have definitely consulted. I mean, consultation will always remain a relative issue. The matter has been on our table for at least from May last year. And after it was accepted by the council, it was actually, we advertised for public comment and public debate. Personally, I have been to many of the izimbizos in those very areas where this issue was discussed. Admittedly, there was concern amongst those residents, especially in the rural areas. But I can assure you, when we discussed that at the izimbizo and gave it a full and objective explanation, in fact, the people clapped hand after the explanations were made.
Okay.
I like to interpret that as an acceptance of our resolution.
What are the
there will always
that they are raising,
remain those
Mr.
disgruntled individuals. Unfortunately, they will be there, and we will have to attempt to try and convince them that having this has much benefits to the economy of the Hibiscus Coast.
Okay, what are the concerns that have been raised? Yes, Mr. Nair, I'm saying, what are the concerns that have been raised?
The concerns that have been raised largely, I think it's a moral narrative, stating that, well, it's a moral issue, it's immoral, it's crime, it encourages prostitution. But believe you me, I am not an avid follower of naturism, or the naturist or the nudist philosophy. In fact, when it appeared on our agenda, many of us as a caucus, we were against it. But there were some sharp and incisive arguments stating that we have to measure it against the Constitution. And when you do that exercise, there is no reason why we should or where we could have gone against that application, because everything we had done is within the law.
Okay.
We had examined it against every law. If you look at the Constitution, Chapter 2, Section 9, Paragraph 3, If you look at the laws around nudism, it states categorically that nudists are not prohibited unless they are provocative in society or in the public.
Okay.
There is an agreement that nudism as a cult can be practiced. So how do we find laws to stop this if it is within the framework of other requirements?
Okay.
The criticism, of course, is that crime, and we try to examine this. We've asked many questions. Unfortunately, we have no precedents.
Okay.
But because we don't have precedents does not necessarily mean that we shouldn't start something.
All right.
We should set a benchmark for such operations.
Hold it there. Let me just get Dr. Phillips from the Kara Heritage to also perhaps understand from your institution, what is your view? Is it correct to have a nudist beach or a beach that is dedicated to those who would want to, socialize, naked? Dr. Phillips? Okay, we don't seem to have Dr. Phillips on the line. However, Serge Pavlovic, you're the chairperson of the South African National Naturist Association. Why did you choose that particular beach?
Has been visited for the last 20, 30 years by naturists every single day, almost, whenever weather permitting, of course. So our motivation behind it was that something that was happening in the area for decades already, we just put application to be declared official. So it was a no-brainer for us to actually apply for that part of the beach to be declared as official naturist beach.
Now, did I hear you correctly that this is something that has been happening for some time now? So has it been going on illegally?
As you rightfully say, being nude in public is illegal in this country, but as we very well know, nudity is not happening only on naturist beach or on our unofficial naturist beach in this country, but it's happening on our traditional ceremonies and in all sorts of other situations. So I suppose where there is a place and time, it is appropriate to be nude, especially on this beach, which, as I said, people were visiting for the last 20, 30 years and being nude there.
And what do you say to those who have been arguing, and like Mr. Nair was saying, that there have been moral questions asked, or rather raised, or concerns raised, that you cannot allow people walking naked on the beach en masse?
Look, I haven't heard what other contributors have said to this conversation, but morality is a question for everybody to answer. Religion is also a question for everybody to answer and see what they prefer to do. But as I said, we cannot possibly find anything immoral being on the part of the beach that is secluded, that is visited by naturists for a long time, and that is not really public beach. It is, as I said, it's quite, you need to make a trek to get to the beach. Is not really visible to anybody that is not passing by that beach, and we don't see any problem with that. When it comes to Hibiscus Coast and municipality, when we put our application across, they have crossed all things they need to do by the law. They have had a public participation. They had a petition submitted to them, same as our submission. The other people have submitted their submission. They went even the extra mile, investigated further without having to do certain things they have done, and I believe that they have made a very well and good and balanced decision to declare Pejati Beach as a naturist beach.
Okay. Mr. Nair, I want to take a quick break, but when we return, please just share with us if indeed there's been any economic benefit, to opening this beach, but only after the break. This question time, please don't go away.
Zoom into Africa. This is Burundi. The president is Mr. Pierre Nkurunziza. Burundi got independent from Belgium on 1st July in 1962. The population is more than 8 million people. One of Burundi's major languages spoken is French. Monetary unit is Burundi franc.
Welcome back. You're still watching Question Time. My guest joining us from our Durban studios is Ronnie Nair. He's the spokesperson for Hibiscus Coast Municipality. And on the line we have Serge Pavlovic, who is the chairperson of South African National Naturist Association. Now, Mr. Nair, let me just come to you. Was there any argument that said this beach is going to economically empower the local communities?
Impo, I want to talk about, before I comment on that, I think we must ask ourselves the question whether we want to criminalize society. Because if this beach has been in operation for 20 years, and Sandy Bay almost 50 years, and we are allowing something that's criminal to continue, is it better than regulating it? So that's one of the arguments, one of the very objective reasons why we felt that we should go for regulation of those beaches. But when I come to your economy, I want to give you the situation that we as Hibiscus Coast is in. We are in the Ugu district, which is a poverty node, where over 55% are unemployed, 80% are rural. Under those circumstances, the NDP says that we have to make creative efforts in order to create jobs.
But how are you creating jobs by allowing naked people to walk around?
I'll expand on that. Let me give you an analogy of what we had done 7 years ago.
Yes.
7 years ago, we had 70 bikers from Harley-Davidson coming to us, asking for permission to use one of the towns of our towns, Margate, as a venue for the rally. Today, or the last year, and probably next week, we'll have something like 30,000 bikers in the area who spend 200 million rand. Here we never officially opened that beach, but there were 100 people. If you have to take the travel cost and the cost of stay over 4 to 5 days, it could work out anything between 8 and 10,000 rands. If you make some calculation, that should work out to 1 million. And this is in a very informal way, in a very uncalculated way. I do believe there are spin-offs. But I must also tell you something where the estate agents have come in. And they've told us that the most number of hits for properties on their websites has been in this area of Trafalgar in Penjati. I don't believe that is a coincidence. It is largely because this area is in focus and people are talking about it, in as much as they are talking about my municipality, the Hibiscus Coast. At the end of the day, I must state that what the Nudist beach is all about, it's just one of the icons in the mosaic of our tourist activities. We have blue flag beaches, we have 7 of them. We have skiing beaches, we have surfing beaches, we have picnicking beaches, we have fishing beaches.
Now, Mr. Nair,
we are saying to complete that.
Let me just interject here. Do you think people are interested in the beach because they are associating it with sex? Because people, as it is said, it's a nudist beach, and therefore that would always, in media analogy, create a lot of sensationalism and interest.
I think that will be an uneducated view, a very uneducated perspective, because even before we agreed on that resolution, we studied the Constitution. We studied it very penetratingly. And we've discovered that they are quite aligned to the natural elements. And of course, on the issue of sex, there are certain penalizations if such things happen. I mean, they are truly against those issues.
Okay.
So I don't believe this is going to promote sexual promiscuity on the beach. In fact, it will deter them, because my view and my interpretation of their activity is a decentralized environment.
Okay. Now,
Thank you.
Let me bring Serge back here. Is there anything new that you are bringing to the people of Hibiscus? Okay, we don't seem to be getting Serge. Eunice, you are in Pretoria?
Hi, Mpo, how are you?
I'm doing very well. Thanks for asking.
I'm good, and thanks for your show. You are really activating us.
Thank you.
Let me tell you, Mpone, in South Africa, we have got strict, heavy culture, not mild culture. It's just that people look at us in the superficial. Ne? They brought cigarettes before you were born. We agreed. They brought liquor, the bottle. It's stealing our people's money. We agreed. They brought pornography. We didn't agree. We just see it happening. Now they want to walk naked. Now the kids are getting more confused. How much evil must we allow from these people? Thank you, Mpo. I get tired.
But Eunice, before you go, which people are we talking about here?
Those ones who I see naked on TV.
Okay. Serge, I think this question needs your response. Yes, go ahead, Serge. Oh, we seem to be having a problem with such line. But I think, Mr. Nair, certainly, I think this is the attitude from a lot of South Africans, the moral question.
I know, I appreciate that. And that is why I'm saying we are silent when it is happening in Sandy Bay over the last 50 years. We are silent when it's happening in Panjati for over 20 years. But when we identify it and regulate it, it becomes an issue. I'd like to believe that that's more hypocrisy than anything else. It's just because we have brought it into the fore. But I must also say this, and here I want to align it to your smoking issue. You know, when we banned smoking, there was an outcry. There was a sensational outcry, and then we banned it. Fortunately, we had people like the minister in Nkosazana Zuma then who banned it, and she's given us life. But you must understand there's a constitution that protected the interest of those smokers. So when you go to a restaurant, you have a smoking room.
All right, hold the thought
now,
there.
If the public goes into that...
Just hold it there, Mr. Nair. Let me take Anton. Anton, you calling us from Shaka Scroll.
It's Salmon, Baba. Thanks for taking my call.
You're welcome.
Cool. Baba Mpo.
Yes.
This is madness. It looks like we are going to legalize everything in this country. Maybe you won't be surprised if the xenophobia goes on legalization as well. These things need to be stopped. People need to know what is good, what is not good. For instance, for the children as well. We need to educate our children what is good and what is not good. These people, they're taking this country far back to where it was. Because by doing this also, they're trying to have their own place where they can, they can allow certain people to visit. You remember the so-called no-go areas. This is what they're doing, these people. Thanks, Mpo.
Okay. But I don't think there's anybody who will not be allowed to visit the area. Am I correct, Mr. Nair?
Obviously not. It's an open area. The only thing
very
is that
open.
it will be protected. It will be well signposted to say, if you go beyond this, you will see people who are bathing in the nude.
Okay, Mr. Nair, just make me understand something here. So when you go into this particular beach, do you have to be naked, or you can be wearing your clothes, but warned that it is possible that you'll meet naked people?
Yes, sure. You will be warned. I mean, the point is we haven't gone up with it. We haven't gone to that stage as yet. We haven't done it. We haven't put those signposts as yet. There was an intention to do so. But we've been there recently. In fact, a provincial team was there recently to conduct an interview with people, and they did that. They were there with clothes on. They interviewed them, and I'll be honest, this is what one of the responses of those people. They said they were from Gauteng. They had gone to Umhlanga, where there is a nudist beach there, an illegal one. But because of fear of criminalization, they had come to the South Coast. So the question we are asking, there is it something that people are seeking? And there's a huge community out there. Are we going to criminalize them? Or are we going to use our developmental framework within the Constitution to accommodate that sector of people? And I must say, I will re-emphasize that I'm far from a nudist. I am far from a naturist. I was initially against it, but I say the fundamentals were there. We could not turn it down from a constitutional basis. If you know our Constitution, it is a very progressive Constitution. It allows rights for everybody.
But you are a politician, Mr. Nair, am I correct?
Yeah, I'm not the spokesperson, I am the speaker.
Yes,
I am a politician.
My apologies about that.
And I can, yeah.
Yes, but now,
so
the habit with
emphasize
politicians, Mr. Nair, is that you would do anything that's got the support of the people who may put you back into office, not necessarily for any other reason.
Contrary to what you are saying, in fact, truly speaking, as politicians, we should have turned it down, because it was not politically opportune for us to take that resolution. In fact, in our caucus and our council, we have a number of them who are pastors, and they hold a different view. But as I did mention, there was a very penetrating debate.
Okay.
And incisive arguments emerged. Against that, you could not go. And at the end of the day, the objectiveness of the debate won the day.
Okay.
And
so,
as a result of which, although we don't want it, we were forced to go with it.
So does this beach benefit the people of KwaZulu-Natal in any way?
I like to believe that. In fact, which is the most well-known municipality in the country? I think it's Hibiscus Coast, because it's got a nudist beach. And if you've been there in the last week, we've had record turnouts of people. I don't believe that they've been to the nudist beach, but because it's being advertised as a beach, an area where there's a lot of beach activity. And when we say don't have it, we must provide alternatives. If you know there's such a high level of unemployment, it is all right to say don't create a nudist beach, but what happens to the potential jobs that we can create? I mean, is there a substitute when you are arguing against it?
Okay.
I believe that we should create those jobs.
And the jobs you're talking about, do this include sexual workers? Or sex workers, rather?
Well, I did tell you it's got nothing, as far as my reading and my understanding of it, it's got nothing to do with sexuality.
Okay, no, we're talking about job creation now, sex workers.
That will be a point for another debate altogether.
Okay.
Definitely not here.
All right, Mr. Nair, thank you very much. That was question time for today. A big thank you to our guest and to you for watching the show. We welcome your feedback via email, questiontime@sabc.co.za, or you can tweet us. Our Twitter handle is @questiontime24. From me and the crew, have yourself a wonderful time. Goodbye.